Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy. I am coming in hot today. Fucking hot. I am in a mood. I'm in a mood. So we'll get to all that. We will get to my mood. Can't avoid my mood. Steph says authentic Roxy is what people want. So authentic she is. Here she is. Way more important than any of the other shit that I'm going to talk about being in a mood for. Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, Jonathan Mattingly arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor. Today is day 21 on this show of saying that we're over 160 days of her murder and no cops being arrested. So we will just keep fucking talking about it here on the show as we do. Woof, guys. I'm in a fucking mood today. Again, we will discuss that. We'll also be talking about other things on this show today, as it is not just about the shit mood that Roxy's in. Journey Smollett was talking about her role as Black Canary, and she was talking about a TV show for it. I thought that was kind of interesting, and so I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that. Cardi B and who he refers to himself as Joey B, aka Joe Biden, had a whole conversation, a whole talk. We'll be breaking that down. Obi-Wan apparently is starting to film next month. What? That's kind of wild. And 2 arrests today were made for the killing of Jam Master Jay from Run DMC, a murder that's gone unsolved for the last 18 years. 2 arrests finally made today. That was just coming out before this, so that broke. Definitely want to talk about that. WAP is number 1. Cardi was stoked on that. Go Cardi, go WAP. And then also, I know last night on the World Girls, people were asking me about my friend Daria, Sonya Deville from the WWE. There's a lot of news breaking about her, so we'll be breaking that down as well. All that and more, plus the whole side of fucking mood here today on Live at the Roxy. Why'd she emphasize the C part? Who the fuck knows? Are you going to give me shit about that too? Just saying. Also, I'll be taking your questions, comments, concerns. I'm sure there's a lot of concerns. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer today. Also, right here in the super chat. I do see some super chats have already come in, so I will be getting to those. That's me today. That's how she speaks. That's how she feels. Actually, let's start with some of these Streamlabs. In the Streamlabs, Ryan White said, are you going to be on SCN Live tomorrow with Kevin Smith? If so, what do you hope to talk with him about besides the upcoming match? Love the World Girls video. Yeah, I will. I'm excited because Christian and I used to tag team interviews together all the time. So very excited about that. Love Kevin Smith. I've worked with him before. Can't wait to obviously talk about the upcoming match. But just in general, I think he's such a brilliant creator. So I'm curious how he's using his time in quarantine to do such things. Just really, really excited about talking to him. Any chance I have to talk with Kevin Smith is a good day. Much less of a mood day. Luckily, today is not tomorrow. Although I don't know that tomorrow, well, we'll just fucking wait until tomorrow to see. Clint says, why are you in a mood, Rox? Is it the Wi-Fi? Well, that's definitely part of it. So let me tell you guys about what happened with the fucking Wi-Fi situation. And if you're like, oh, I'm going to tune out right now because it's probably a boring story, it's definitely not a fucking boring story. Today, AT&T was coming. Quick recap for people who don't watch the show all the time. I already pay for Spectrum. That's like a $75 a month fucking high-speed bullshit internet. That hasn't been working because apparently I have rats and squirrels that gnawed through the line, and it takes them at least 2 weeks to come out here to fix the line. And then it's going to take an additional couple of weeks to figure out what the fuck's wrong with my internet. Apparently, who knows? Could be up to a month. I have multiple different Verizon wireless hotspots. Why do I have multiple hotspots? Because no matter how much money you pay for a hotspot, you only get 15 gigabytes. It's the max that you can get, even if it's unlimited. The hotspots are over there. So you have to buy individual hotspots. Each hotspot costs $200, and then you pay a monthly fee somewhere between $10 and $45, depending on how many additional lines you have. Then I upped from my unlimited plan on my phone. Unlimited should mean unlimited, but it doesn't mean unlimited for hotspots. So I made my phone into an unlimited hotspot also, but unlimited doesn't mean unlimited. Unlimited means that you tap at a certain amount. I'm currently going off my phone, which I have to. AT&T is coming here today. I was so excited for them to come this morning. I set up a whole call with them. They said that I would have internet by this afternoon. Guess who doesn't have AT&T internet this afternoon? I don't. That's not the annoying part, though. That's a little bit frustrating. Happens to everybody. Wi-Fi issues. What happened to me this morning, though, was that I was verbally assaulted by somebody. The man that came to set up my internet screamed at me, like legitimately yelled at me, not just a slight raised voice, legitimately yelled at me, got in my face. It was very scary. We were outside. I'm a smaller woman. He was fucking manically panicking back and forth, pacing, yelling at me. Getting in my face to the point where I was really scared. It was insane. I couldn't even make heads or tails of what the fuck he was talking about. Long story short, I guess he was pissed at me because there's a tree in front of where the wire which I didn't plant, obviously, because this isn't my home. I'm a renter. There's a tree in front of the pole he needs to tap into to get AT&T. And he was like, why would you call and have me come and waste my time when this tree was here? Obviously, I didn't even know that. I still don't even know what he's talking about. Of course, I contacted HR, which took me over 2 hours to talk to them because first you have to hold, then I got transferred. Who knows if anything's even going to happen to him? They have to now send out a person to chop down part of the tree. That takes up to 2 weeks. And then after that, I have to remake an appointment for somebody to come, which can take up to 2 weeks. So I might not even have AT&T for about a month. That's obviously not the bigger issue. The bigger issue is that a man called screaming at me was fucking ridiculous. Like, was so concerning. To be honest, probably shouldn't be saying this on the internet. Hopefully I'm not incriminating myself right now, but concerning to the point where I was nervous he was actually going to physically do something to me. So I started recording from my pocket because I was like, I'm very scared. I'm very scared of this person. And I think that I'm allowed to do that because he was on my property. Not that I own it, but that I rent it. And he was in here. So I was like, okay, just in case something happens, somebody will have evidence of the fact that he was just like fucking crazy. So that was a really scary way to start the day. Then I got in massive landlord issues unrelated to that completely, which was just really fucking annoying as well. And I still don't have Wi-Fi figured out. And I'm freaking out because after this, on this stream today, I have the shoot with the World Girls. We're interviewing Cameron Rice. And then tomorrow morning, I've got SEN where we're interviewing Kevin Smith. And then I have my own show. And then I'm doing a Schmodown taping. And then just tons of fucking things are coming up. And I have no idea how long my phone gigabytes are going to last. I know that I've gone halfway through already the amount that I have on this hotspot, and my other 2 hotspots, I've already tapped them both completely and they don't come back up until the 26th. I don't get to re-up them. So for 9 more days. So if this phone doesn't last me 9 days, which is definitely not going to based on all the streaming I'm doing, which is also why I've been trying to keep my streaming a little bit shorter, then I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. No, and AT&T did not apologize to me because I'm sure they're liable, so they're not allowed to say that. They heard me out. They notated everything. They said they were going to reach out to him, but I'm also kind of nervous for them to reprimand him because he knows where I live, and I'm scared he's going to fucking come here. And like, oh, just scary times. I mean, obviously I'm a little freaked also after the Sonia situation. For anybody who doesn't know, Sonia Deville, aka Daria Baronato, or she's Daria to me, Sonia to the world. Very, very famous wrestler. She was the first openly gay wrestler or lesbian wrestler in the WWE. We go way back because she started at AfterBuzz, and I just think she's like this most incredible human being. I love her so much. And her, it made national news. Her house got fucking broken into by a stalker that was trying to kidnap her, and he came in with a knife. And luckily she was okay and she got away, and she's, relatively all right. But it's like the worst fear that all of us people she's much, much, much more famous than I am. But it's our worst fear is like, if you put yourself in the public eye, and this doesn't even have to do with the public eye, but he knows where I live. He's been here and he's already gotten in my face and screamed at me. And so I'm highly concerned. So that was fucking today. It's been insane, stressful, frustrating, not exactly sure what to do. situation. Still working on it. Tomorrow I have a call with tree cutter down people to see if I can try to persuade them to come sooner than 2 weeks. And we'll fucking see. And again, none of this is the important stuff in the world because, like I said, I started the show with Brett, Miles, and Jonathan's names, and we need to fucking arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor and so many more things like that. These are just the small frustrations that make me want to rip my fucking hair out and make me really stressed for my job. And I already lost a gig because my internet was not strong enough, and I can't keep losing gigs because you guys know quarantine. So there's all of that. Like that. Steph was amazing on the phone. She's like, you can come over here and where she is in San Diego and use my internet. I'm like, Steph, your internet bites, babe. Like, I don't know if I should drive 3 hours to go get to your internet, which is like possibly not better than mine. But love her for offering. Anyway, all right. I do see in the Streamlabs, we had one that came in, a couple that came in after the show yesterday. So let me get to those. Car said, hey, Roxy, do you have any advice for people living with family who don't care about spreading COVID? I've been socially distancing and staying at home while no one else in my family is as cautious, and it's incredibly frustrating. Hope your day is going well. Okay, so for living with family who don't care about spreading COVID, yeah, it's really hard. I mean, have you sat them down and tried to talk to them and hit them with facts and science? That's really all you can do for the people who aren't socially distancing. And you can say, like, I don't feel comfortable with this. And, you know, if there's one or two other people you want to see, and keep them in your circle. But otherwise, I really feel like you need to be getting tested periodically. And there are tests that you can take at home and then send out, but hit them with facts and try to do it in a way that doesn't make them feel stupid. Because when people feel stupid and their back's against the wall, then they lash out even more. Just challenging. Fucking challenging. Sorry, car, that sucks. Katie the Good Witch, this came really late last night. She said, regarding last night's stream, when I have anxiety, I start playing a movie in my head. Usually it's the sound of music, starting with the bells and then her spinning on the hill. By the time I get to Julie Andrews meeting Captain Von Trapp, usually it's past. That's an interesting tip for panic attacks. Playing a movie in your head. I kind of like that. That's in regards to the World Girls stream we did last night. And we will be doing another one today, right after this at 3 p.m. on the World Girls channel. We are just racking in those hours. I do deserve a fat blunt or J today. Also, I've been trying to work on my posture, which is fucking trash, and my back is hurting all the time. All the fucking time. Also, like, I hate saying this out loud, but as I was here today and this guy's yelling, I was like, this is why, like, being a woman sucks sometimes. Because, like, he wouldn't do that to a dude. And also, if I had a man here, like, I don't ever want to feel like I need a man, but sometimes I feel like I fucking do. And if I had one here, he would have protected me in that moment. Just sucks to think like that. All right. Going backwards on the list of news for today. WAP is number one. I don't know what else to call it, guys. I know you said that that's an Italian slur. I feel bad about that, but it's the name of the song. So what do we call it? It's spelled WAP, but they call it WAP. So I don't know. I don't know how to deal with that. I can keep calling it WAP if that's better. It's number one on the Billboard charts, and Cardi was very, very excited about this. She was so cute. Did I say Cardi or did I say Nicki? I think I said Cardi, right? Whatever. My brain is not fucking working today. She talked about Meg Thee Stallion too, and she did this whole video just like being so grateful, and apparently it streamed more streams than so many other did, and it was a top streamer or whatever. So it's awesome that even the conservatives that watched this and hated on it, so many people watched it that became number one. Go ladies. Hell yeah. I said Cardi. Okay. What was I watching Nicki do this morning? Pronounced like rap, but WAP, but it's not. I know. But the thing is, WAP should be WAP, but they say it WAP and it's their song. So I don't know what to do about that. And I heard her say it in her video again. I was like, really? Damn, why can't you just make it WAP? Just make it WAP. But it's her song. Congrats to them, though. The song is fucking great. And let them live their fucking lives. You guys know I'm all about people living their lives and letting people live their lives, especially if you're not doing harm to others. And this was just all in good, sexy fun. So here for it. Also, Meg Thee Stallion could use a win. She's had quite the fucking year. And so I'm glad that the song is doing so well and that these two ladies are slaying like the queens that they truly are. All right, moving forward. Journey Smollett was talking about a Black Canary TV show. I thought this was interesting. I actually think it was interesting enough that I took a screenshot of exactly what you said. Granted, she was prompted and asked about it. So she was doing an interview with Variety, and they were talking about her new HBO show, Lovecraft Country, which I have not seen yet, but I've heard from you guys is very good. So I am thinking about starting it. I'm currently in the middle of binging Insecure. I'm on season 2. That show is so amazing. Jay Ellis is now the love of my life. Holy shit, is he sexy? I've always thought that he was sexy, but you know, when you watch some, like when you've just seen somebody, oh no, is my shit starting to glitch? Come on, bitches. Tell me this isn't glitching. Can you guys see me? Tell me I'm fine. Please, please let me know. Oh boy. On this end, it's starting to be weird. It's getting fucking weird and glitchy. No, it's okay. All right. Let's hope it's okay. Fingers crossed. I think it's for me. You're good. I'm good. All right. Good. This internet shit is fucking insane. So she was doing this interview with Variety. I don't even remember what I was just fucking saying about that. But, Lovecraft County. Jay Ellis. Oh, he's so hot. When you hear somebody speak, like when you know somebody's cute, but then their personality on the show is like super sexy to you. And it's just like, I love him. So anyway, though, I've been watching Insecure, but after that, maybe I'll get into Lovecraft Country if you guys say it's really great. But she was being asked about the creator of Lovecraft Countries, which is Misha Green. They were both being asked about a TV show of Black Canary and her starring in it. So what Journey said is, it's no secret how much I love Black Canary. It's a dream character and was a dream to play her. If the dynamics fell in the right way, I would absolutely do it in a heartbeat. By it, she means a TV show. And Lord knows I follow Misha wherever she leads me. And then Misha said, I mean, you can't help but imagine it a little bit. Like, what would I do with a Black Canary show? It'd be exciting. I know that. But I started thinking about it and I was like, what's happening with the Canary show? What was it called? Green Arrow and the Canaries, or whatever that show was that was supposed to be the Katie Cassidy spinoff with it was with Dinah and with Laurel, and they did that backdoor pilot situation, whatever that was. If that's still happening, then how are we going to do a Journey Smollett Black Canary show? But I have to say, I'd be much more into the Journey Smollett Black Canary show than the backdoor pilot that we saw. Just not my thing. Green Arrow and the Canaries. Yeah, I was not into it. Gotham City Sirens. Word. Do you think that they talked about 2 secret projects that they're going to be talking about at the DC fandom? And I kind of think Gotham City Sirens might be one of them. I just have this theory. Don't hold me to it. Or do if I'm right. Only hold me to it if I'm right. I want that to be my motto in life. We do have some Streamlabs coming in. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Thank you to Dan Lindenbaum. Love WAP and have been singing all weekend, but my wife doesn't appreciate me saying there's some whores in this house over and over. Tell her it's a compliment, but I mean it in a good way, honey. You can call yourself a whore. It's fine. You can be a man whore. Sugar bomb. Nope. Sugar gum. Don't know why bomb. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Sorry that happened to you, Rox. It's not a person having a bad day. That's an asshole who would not have treated a male customer that way. I know. Maybe go to Mark Ellis's house not for my shipper heart for his internet. LOL. Oh my God, still shipping me and Mark. I will say I watched Danny Fernandez's story in which she was showing pictures of Mark Ellis sending her flowers and tacos. And I was just like, damn, they're such great exes. Like, they're still best friends that take care of each other. And it's really beautiful to watch. Sean in here, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strayer. Sean says, if you need to save bandwidth, have you considered live at a lower resolution? Might help spread it out for the daily streams to conserve it for work. Also, pre-recording and uploading on bad connection might help. So sorry about the AT&T guy. Yeah, but if I pre-record and upload on the bad connection, then unfortunately I don't get any of the super chats. So I still need to make my livelihood. The lower resolution, I've dropped down to 720 from 1080. And it barely looks like that because it's already shitty connection because it's off my phone. So I have thought about it. Good suggestion, Sean. I'll keep looking into things. Hopefully I can just get fucking internet though. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strayer. Always so generous and amazing, Glenn. Thank you. Thank you. He says, hello, Roxy. Love you. Thanks for hanging out with us today, despite all the shitty stuff that you went through this morning. There aren't enough bunnies in the world to send to you and all the rock stars who need it. Peace, love, and hugs. Hashtag the bands got you, Roxy. Obsessed with you, Glenn. Really appreciate that. Thank you. I know the bands got me, and thank fucking God, because with this time. Try 480. Yeah. 720 is mad expensive. What do you mean it's expensive, Weston? It doesn't cost me more money to stream to that. All right. Moving forward. Let's talk about this Cardi B and Joey B, aka Joe Biden. Yo, this interview is wild. Who read this? Apparently you can watch it. I couldn't find where to watch it. I just read it on ELLE. That's Elle Magazine. They put this out yesterday or today. Cardi B in conversation with Joe Biden, and they transcribed the interview. They said it was on Zoom. I'll read you some of the parts. This got me. This just the two of them talking gets me. Cardi starts the conversation, says, "Oh snap, is this real? Hi Biden, how are you?" And he says, "How are you? The name's Joe." And she said, "Well, hello there, Joe." Then she met his daughter, Ashley, who is a fan of hers. Then Joe said, the nickname she gave me when I was growing up, she called me Joey B. So we may be related. Then they talked about their kids for a little bit, which was nice. And I feel like kind of humanized him a little bit because he says some of the dumbest shit that I've ever heard. So it was nice to hear him talk about his children and things changing. And then Joe Biden started asking her some questions, asking her what her main interests in this election were. And she went on a whole thing. She did a great job. She said, I have a whole list of things and that I want our next president to do for us. But first, I just want Trump out. His mouth gets us in trouble so much. I don't want to be lied to. We're dealing with a pandemic right now, and I just want answers. I want to know when this will be over. I want to go back to my job. But I don't want someone to lie to me and tell me it's okay not to wear a mask and that everything is going to be okay. I want a president to tell me what the steps are for us to get better, to tell me, quote, all of this is a quote, but this part she's saying she wants the president to say, this is why it is taking so long. This is why other countries are doing better than ours. Tell me the truth. The hardcore truth. And also what I want is free Medicare. It's important to have free healthcare because look what is happening right now. Of course, I think we need free college. And I want Black people to stop getting killed for no justice for it. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. I just want laws that are fair to Black citizens and that are fair to cops too. If you kill somebody who doesn't have a weapon on them, you go to jail. You know what? If I kill somebody, I've got to go to jail. You got to go to jail too. That's what I want. So that was her response, which I thought was very passionate. And again, not every day that you see Cardi B and the possible future president of the United States speaking. So that was kind of interesting. He responded and he said, there's no reason why we can't have all of that. Presidents have to take responsibility. I understand one of your favorite presidents is Franklin Roosevelt. Roosevelt said the American people can take anything if you tell them the truth. Sometimes the truth is hard, but right now we're in a position where we have an opportunity to make so much progress. The American public has had the blinders taken off. And they continued to talk about the pandemic and what was sad to see. And he gave some numbers and stats and how things have happened. And then they talked more about Medicare. I just think that this was kind of, at first I was like, what is this? Seems like such a strange thing that they're doing. But by the time I was done reading the interview, I was kind of like, I actually think that was worthwhile and a smart thing for Elle to do. And I don't know why I thought it was funny at first. Just you don't typically see Cardi B talking to Joe Biden, like just not usually. And he's like congratulating her on the cover of Elle, and he's like, that's such an amazing accomplishment. And it truly, truly is. You just don't usually hear the presidents talking about like you being on a magazine cover being an accomplishment. But it was really cool to see. And I liked it. I would like to see more things like this. And I felt like he wasn't putting his foot in his mouth for the first time in a while, and that he was just kind of answering things and being a person, which made me happy. So I was definitely grateful for that. Yeah. And yeah, Cardi B is pretty political. She definitely is. And she's been outspoken. I don't mean outspoken like too outspoken, like I appreciate how outspoken she's been with politics, and especially in the BLM movement and Medicare. I've heard her talk about before as well. So yeah. And Joseph reminds us that she spoke to Sanders. For some reason, that didn't seem as weird because Bernie seems just so much more like a human. Biden is such a politician, and Bernie seems more like a human being. I know that sounds weird, but Biden I kind of forget because he's such a company man. But hearing that his daughter's a fan of Cardi B and all of that, so that was cool. That was very cool to see. And it seemed like they were on similar pages about things. And yeah, he didn't say anything overtly racist or sexist. So good job, Joe. Just keep on fucking trucking on. Those are my thoughts on the interview. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I don't know that it matters if you didn't, because pretty positive 99% of the people who are in this chat are voting for Biden no matter what the fuck he says, or at least if you are eligible to vote. Another thing that happened is it was announced that Obi-Wan is starting to film next month. This kind of surprised me. We heard a little bit ago that they were going to start filming early next year. Now the report is that they might be filming next month. This is according to Making Star Wars. Their sources have informed them that the production will be doing some exterior filming at the Train Yard in Southern California sometime next month. The Train Yard is where Lucasfilm/Disney did a lot of exterior filming on the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, which was used as the setting for Tatooine. Making Star Wars believes the set will double for Tatooine on Kenobi. That's interesting. The site also reports Pinewood Studios UK is under the impression that Kenobi is still coming to their studios, so it is unknown how much filming will take place in Southern California at this time. But there's been talks that Kenobi and Cassian Andor Rogue One prequel series could overlap the Pinewood Studios. So it's kind of cool. I like hearing that production, even if it's exteriors or whatever it is starting up, because it makes me feel like we're real, like the entertainment industry can do something. I have a friend who is filming a movie right now, and they're going to film it. They're good to go. And it's like, if you set your COVID protocol in place and it works, and you can keep everybody safe, and there's testing, and you can't leave the set, and you make sure that everybody is as safe as possible, the world does have to go on. We just need to have safety protocols in place to do so. So kind of wild. Pretty excited about the fact that the industry might have some ability to film in 2020, because it seemed for a long time like 2021 would be the earliest things would start back up. So way to go, Obi-Wan. Give me the hope that I need. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You are my only hope. But look at her slay that reference. What was Roxy like, Star Wars or something? Where's Steph when I needed her to root me on? All right, continuing to move forward. Let's talk about this. The 2 arrests that were made for Jam Master Jay. I mean, I know that of the crimes, that is the murder is the one that there is no statute of limitation. So, but 18 years is like super fucking crazy. This is being broadcast everywhere, But this article is coming from CNN. It says 2 men charged in long unsolved 2002 murder of Run DMC's Jam Master Jay. A federal grand jury has indicted 2 men in the long unsolved murder of Jam Master Jay, the pioneering DJ of Run DMC, who was killed in 2002. Prosecutors said on Monday, which is today. Jam Master Jay, born Jason Mizzle, was fatally shot at a recording studio in the Queens neighborhood of Jamaica when he was 37. 37, so young. Nearly 18 years later, the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York unsealed a criminal indictment alleging that Carl Jordan Jr. and Ronald Washington conspired to kill Jam Master Jay in retaliation for a drug dispute. The indictment alleges that Jam Master Jay was involved in transporting kilogram quantities of cocaine between 1996 and 2002 alongside his music career. In July of 2002, he acquired about 10 kilograms of cocaine, which was intended to be distributed by Washington, Jordan, and others, the indictment says, but a dispute between Washington and co-conspirator led Jam Master Jay to tell Washington he would be cut out of the transaction. That's what the indictment says, at least. Washington and Jordan then conspired to kill him, the indictment states. On October 30th, they entered Jam Master Jay's recording studio with firearms, and Jordan fatally shot Mizell in the head and shot another man in the leg, according to the indictment. Jordan, 36, was arrested Sunday and will be arraigned Monday afternoon via teleconference. Washington, 56, is in federal custody and will be arraigned at a later date, prosecutors said. Seth D. Ducharme, acting United States Attorney for the Eastern District of New York, said law enforcement never gave up on solving the cold case. Here's a quote from him. Quote, "It was important to us then and remains extremely important to us now to bring justice for the victim, his family, friends, and the community that cared so much about those events." If it was so important then and this information was out, then why did it take 18 years? But I mean, I am a true supporter of better late than never. Better late than never. Justice needs to be served. It's no surprise to anybody that sometimes murders go unsolved, especially when they involve people of fucking color. That fucking was not to the people of color. It was my frustration about their murders being unsolved and unlooked into to the extent that they're supposed to. I really feel like if this was somebody who was white, 18 years wouldn't be the case, but I don't know enough about the case to know that for sure. Just kind of wild. And also, I think teaches us just to never stop fighting for things because it might take a long fucking time, but at the end of the day, it doesn't bring him back, but bad people deserve consequences. They really fucking do. And you shouldn't be able to live your life for 18 more years after you murder somebody without being in prison or any repercussions happening to you. So, still waiting on Tupac and Biggie, Joseph Ashley. Don't I know it? Don't I freaking know it? So this was kind of wild. It seems like you guys agree, just that it took a really, really long time. Yeah, there's no other way to really say that. Just took a fucking long time. Took a long time. And again, better late than never. So there is that. Okay. I am going to be getting out of here pretty soon. Again, I know I've been doing these abridged shows, but until I know what's going on with my internet, I really want to try to make sure that I save it for, I still am going to be going up every day, but I'm just trying to make sure that I have enough freaking internet to do the world roles and to do all the other SENs of the world and whatnot. Just trying. This internet game sucks. So what I did want to close out with though is brief advice as I've been going through the shit today, and a lot of you guys are dealing with trivial bullshit as well. That's very frustrating. My dad always told me growing up, whoever yells first loses the argument. If you yell first, you lose the argument. I didn't really quite understand that growing up because it felt like whoever was louder would win, but it's really not the case. And what I will say is when I'm dealing with people who are grown-ass men who are yelling at me, at the end of the day, I feel okay about it because I still represented myself okay, and I did not raise my voice. So try to remember, no matter how somebody else is acting, that you can control how you are speaking and try to stay calm. Even if you don't feel calm in the moment, even if you're in a mood or frustrated, you always can try to de-escalate the situation. You can always choose not to yell like that. So in case you're in any frustrating situations right now, as I am in many, my advice to you is exactly what my dad told me growing up. Whoever yells first loses the argument. Stay as calm as you can, calm, cool, and collected. You're never going to benefit from screaming back at somebody. It's just not going to work. Because if they're the type of person that is screaming, then yelling on them is clearly not going to make a difference. So, yeah, that's my quick advice, my quick thoughts. Again, don't forget to join us in 1 hour on the World Girls YouTube page, youtube.com youtube.com/the World Girls. At 3 p.m. we will be live with Cameron Rice. We're interviewing him. He's been the director of the first episode of the World Girls Give Whiskey a Whirl, and is the director of the upcoming episode Quarantine Crafts. He does our IRL series. And he's our photographer for most of our thumbnails and everything else that we do in life. We absolutely love him. We're going to be asking him questions about us. We're going to be asking him questions about him. And we're going to be asking him your guys' questions. So get in those Streamlabs now if you have anything that you want to be asked as we try to go for these 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers so we can monetize the channel. Otherwise, if you don't catch us there on the World Girls today, although you should be, then catch me here tomorrow, 1 p.m. live at the Roxy. I believe Dorian should be joining me, but I don't know for sure yet because he had to check in with his work. Actually, as we are on the phone right now, I should say, oh, I don't want to bother him. He told me he would check today. Should I reach back out? I also wonder if it would work, him coming in with my internet. Any luck? Question mark. Can do a diff date. Is this fun to watch? If that helps. All right. And no response from Amy. No response from Amy. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. That was so stupid. Just at the end of this, the whole thing just refreshed. Hopefully you guys can see me. That was so dumb. I don't even know how that just happened. Like I just said, much love. Keep making your bed. Stay safe. Yeah, I just blacked out. I don't even know how to describe to you guys what happened on this end. So just is what it is. It's just the internet situation for now is what the fuck it is. See you guys at 3 p.m. And try to stay calm. Person who yells first loses the argument. Just remember that. Woo saw rocks. Be zen, all of you guys. Love you lots. See you later. Bye.